And now I'm live. Let's see how long it takes to get someone into the chat just to see who's paying attention and who might want to ask a question or two. And if I'm not hearing you quite yet, it's because I haven't posted a link anywhere, but I'm going to. Lots of things to think about. Lots of things to wonder about. Really sad about Christopher Tolkien. Seems like the generation that was keeping. Hey, Casey Scott, how's it going, dude? Sorry, just kind of trying to do a Twitter post with the YouTube link in it to see who might want to join this here. I'm doing good. Hey, Red Wolf Ben in the house. Yeah, Casey Scott. I'm doing all right. Doing all right. Just like I said, just wanted to come on a little after I promised the other day I was going to come in and kind of say hi and just talk and chat. Without the clutter of the others in chat. Sometimes I like getting on here and just kind of just being myself and talking to everybody on there. Hi, Melissa Harris. How's it going? I do want to address Red Wolf Ben though. I am glad to see you back on. You kind of disappeared there for a while, at least from my sphere of noticing, and it is good to have you kind of floating in and out again. Um, Daniel Heron, Mr. Matchstick, Melissa, glad you guys could join us today, or me today, however you want to think about it. But yeah, just think about a day, kind of a sad day, really, when you think about the loss of Christopher Tolkien, uh, J.R.R. Tolkien's son, the last son. I think it's the last son. He was the youngest, but he was the one who kept most of his father's legacy alive when you really think about it. And it's just always sad when you lose someone of the old guard like that, who who like even when they're like, well, he was like what 95, and I'm sorry if I'm not making half a sense. I'm kind of typing at the same time, but I'm about to be freed up here, and there we go. But yeah, I mean, you gotta really thank someone like um, Christopher Tolkien, keeping his father's legacy alive, keeping his father's work alive. I know he's always kind of been a little controversial, to my understanding, or at least what some people say, like living off his dad's work and everything like that. But he had to work a lot to to keep those stories coming and expounding upon a lot of what his father had written. So that deserves a lot of credit. It always reminds me of Frank Herbert's son. Was it Brian Herbert, keeping the Dune legacy alive past his uh, father's death? Although I love Dune, but nothing to me is as rich as Middle Earth, and just kind of sad about seeing like I said, losing someone like that. Oh, you didn't hear Red Wolf saying you didn't hear about Tolkien till just now. Yeah, Yeah, just I saw it on Facebook a couple hours ago. A friend of mine who's a big Lord of the Rings fan posted it, and just yeah, like I said, it gets you thinking about the people you just take for granted. I mean, you see his name everywhere on, like, all the Lost Tale books and uh, all the tales from Middle Earth stuff, and I mean, like I said, thanks to him, just a lot of that lore has been kept alive, and and just made so much richer now that we have all those stories. Oh, Daniel Heron's already got to go. Sorry to have you go there. Christopher Tolkien is an only child. He has 3 kids. Well, that's good. I'm just wondering who's going to be the next Tolkien to kind of step up and take up the family name and kind of be the standard bearer for Middle Earth. That'll be the thing. I mean, I don't know how much is really left of Tolkien's actual work that really is left to be, you know, fleshed out. Um, like I said, they just had the Children of Huron a few years ago, and Baron and Luthien. Was it Baron and Luthien, or am I thinking of somebody else? Well, I know he considered himself Baron, and his wife was Luthien, and their great love, which I was always very fond of. Tolkien. I mean, Tolkien. What a romantic. Never saw his film. I haven't seen the film version. Anybody see the film version of the film that they just had last year, Tolkien? I have it. I just haven't sat down to watch it yet. I was just wondering how that might be. Um, but yeah, like I said, I was just kind of on today and seeing how everybody was doing. Let me see here. Everybody's got something to say. Melissa Harris, you found out Star Dark Side. He is a hateful atheist. Yeah, they're in there. I'm not which one you're talking, but they're in there. Um, Unfortunately, atheists. I don't begrudge an atheist unless they on a hating kick. It's one thing to not believe in God. It's another to force your opinion or to even be spiteful to others because they don't hold the same opinion. And that, you know what? That goes for religious fellows too. So it's just a matter of just you know what? So you got to accept that some people are just not going to think the way you do. Lord knows I know that with just my friends. I mean, everybody has a different opinion, and and that's to be allowed to. Um, Different opinions, even different opinions of within other certain opinions. It's difficult to get into, and I don't want to get to because I'll just hear about it later from the professor. Because he's the one that's most likely to kind of um, keep pointing it out to you. And if nothing brings him out of the woodwork like that, it'll be to try to ask me to clarify that. Um, Mr. Matchstick is wondering what are some of my favorite fantasy series novels. Like I said, Lord of the Rings. Uh, can't that is to me the greatest universe by an author. Uh, so rich, so fleshed out, such a long and beautiful history behind it. Uh, Other than that, like I said, always been a fan of Dune. More of the earlier Dune stuff. I really never got into all the came out. I'm pretty much a fan of just the original 6, and really just the first 3. When you really want to think about it, it kind of gets a little loosey goosey after a while. Once Paul, well, spoiler alert, once Paul is no longer involved, then it kind of loses me for a while. What's the other one that what's the other novel? What's the other novel? What's the other group of novel? I was just thinking about it. Oh, Conan. Yeah, I could. I had it in my mind when I was talking about Dune, and then I kind of lost my grip on it. But I love that universe, and some of the uh, Robert E. Howard Conan stuff. I need to read more of that. I haven't read a lot of it. But it's a great. I do love different universes that you can play in, and that kind of thing. Big Al, you're alive. Yes, I am, Janice Zeal. First of all, hi, Janice Zeal. How you doing? Big Al, I hope you and Troy don't get mad at me, but Star Trek creator, anything this, I still like Star Trek. I wish it wasn't anti-God. Star Trek's not anti-God. Like we were talking about the other night, there's a whole episode that they deal with the fact that the message of Jesus Christ is just now making it around New Rome, or I think they call it Roma, the planet Roma, and later when they're dealing with the history and stuff. But when they go visit the planet that where Rome never fell, they're talking about the sun. And her at the end says, they're not talking about the sun in the sky, because they thought, wow, it's weird that these people would worship the sun. And Uhura's like, they're not worshiping the sun up in the sky. They're worshiping the Son of God, because she'd been analyzing people trying to put down their viewpoint and not being able to do it. And so the Star Trek universe has always been a very rich place to discuss religion. It is going to be the case of how it is handled in the newer shows, but in the older shows, there's always been a respect for other religions, other viewpoints. So, at least to my knowledge, the Sabrina season 3 trailer just dropped. Oh man, I've got to check that out. Okay, straight up, I'm not a big fan of it, but I find it highly watchable because it's the film quality, it's the cinematography, the color palette. Quite frankly, some of the girls are fairly easy on the eyes. Yes, it gets very SJW, but as I said, unlike other people, I can ignore little bits of that. Little bits of that. I'm able to just kind of get it out of the way and not worry about it. And I watch for what I do like. Now, if something's overly SJW, where like the entire thing is nothing but one gigantic preaching show, then no, I can't abide by that. But if there's a huge amount of something there that's not SJW and is fairly entertaining, and I kind of like it, I'm not going to shy away from it just because a few people get a little preachy once or twice in it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that trailer. Um, uh, I'm a fan of summoning the worms. Yeah, I like the sandworms. Uh, the makers, Shai Hulud. The first science fiction movie was A Trip to the Moon, black and white stop motion film. Yep, I've seen it. It's pretty cool. For back then, God, I love old time special effects like that. They're just so neat. Are the Conan comics accurate to the original books? Um, and yeah, some more than others. Some more than others. Like I said, right now it's kind of the whole universe has been taken over by other people, and they're kind of imprinting their own thing. But they, there's there's some stuff there. I'm not as familiar with the comics. I'm like I said, much more of the movie verse, which does differ in many aspects. But there's some good stuff in there. I enjoy it. I really wish they would do Conan the King. They kept talking about Arnold coming back as an old Conan. After being king by his own hand and having that one last adventure. I want to see that movie. And I know they tried to revitalize it and see what it gets you when you get someone who's just not the right choice. You get Aquaman as Conan when he's not even a good Aquaman in my estimation. Not saying he's not. I'm not saying that Aquaman's not a good movie. I haven't seen it yet, but sorry, to me, Aquaman's blonde. Oh Lord, somebody's giving me a call. If it, oh well, that's right. You'll hear the answer of someone if my mother doesn't get in the other room. My mother is here, but in the other side of the place. Let me cover my vocal thing over there. Okay, just make sure nobody leaving a message. God, we get so many freaking robot calls. It is absolutely driving me insane. All these guys from other countries, um, or you get the guy who's like typed out something on his computer and has the computer reading that your social security has been discontinued because there has been a thing level against it. First of all, social security is never canceled. No one can suspend your social security number. That's hit number one. But just guys trying to get it. It pisses me off that there are so many people out there who are taking advantage of people who don't know any better. Because one of those people that sometimes doesn't know any better is my mother. And thank God I'm always here to like stop her from. I've always told her, give out no information, nothing. Don't give out social security. Don't even give out your phone number because half the time they don't know your phone number. It's just robot dialing anybody. And it gets me so pissed off that these things are coming around. And I literally had a guy one day leave a message on my mother's machine because she wasn't home. And he started doing this weird, like, I'm gonna F you into A, and you stupid B, and all this other stuff. And I literally, if I swear to God, I wish I knew who that guy was, and I was able to get to him because I would have leveled him into genetic paste because that pisses me off. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earth, the race to all the Earths angers me. There's a controversy about that. Some people say that there are other Earths still out there but Earth Prime is like got all the main stuff, but that there are other Earths still out there. I don't know because I thought it wiped out all the Earths too, but Fan Man says, dude, why didn't you tell me that Brian Reynolds Superman was flying at the end? And I'm like, I thought it was just something else. But he was so happy to see that one single image. Or that he had Gleek from Super Friends and they were playing the Super Friends music. Like I said, I can forget the little stupid stuff. That's the stuff that made me want to watch that. And I was so glad to see it. Yeah, they brought in Ezra Miller, which I thought was a complete and utter shameless plug to try to get another Flash movie made, uh, or a Flash movie made, which I hope they never do, or at least not with that incarnation, because it's just not right. The Flash show's good. The Flash, they should not do a Flash movie until this Flash has been off the air for 5 years at least. Yeah, most of those people are bots. Yeah, I know. Riverdale ruined Archie and Netflix Chilling Adventures, satanic garbage. Well, I don't know about Riverdale. I don't watch Riverdale. Sabrina is about witches and Satan and stuff, so you got to have Satan stuff in it. And if you're able to watch it and just for the entertainment value of it, that's fine. I don't think Sabrina's out there trying to turn people to Satan or anything, because quite frankly, Sabrina keeps beating Satan. So that tells me that she's the hero. Uh, Not Max Fleischer's Superman universe. It's still erased. Um, I don't know. Like I said, the ending of Crisis was confusing. I don't know if there's just Earth Prime, because then they had a preview for Black Lightning where he says, "Yeah, oh yeah, he was in an alternate timeline or alternate dimension or something." So it's almost like that there are still other Earths out there. So I'm not exactly sure of the status. I'm sure it'll be explained, walked back, and people be talking about it for a year until next season's crossover. Um, yeah, they did ruin Kevin Conroy's Batman and Smallville's canon. Um, Ruin, yeah. But I still say that there are other Batmans out there that did the right thing and are still out there doing, you know, doing their Batman. They just, I wish they had given Kevin Conroy a classic butt kicking Batman to play instead of a gruff old Superman hating Batman. Um, they showed a bunch of multiverses at the end. It's just the three main Earths that were merged. Yeah, see, that's what I was getting. That they merged the ones with uh, their shows on it, which I ultimately think is a good idea, because now they don't have to keep going through all the different, you know. So I guess what it's Earth Prime, Earth 38 are combined, and I'm not sure what any other one is right now. Because Earth 2, still think is separate, because that's where Stargirl's going to be. At least if you play by the end. But I hope they bring Gleek in. I want to see Gleek now. They've got to bring in a Gorilla Grodd episode and somehow bring Gleek in to help. Uh, Let me see. So the professor is getting into anime. How long till you try it out? Um, I've tried anime. I watched Full Metal Alchemist, which I liked greatly. I watched the that Arslan series, which didn't have an ending yet. I hope they have more of that to come soon. I've always liked Robotech. I watched Neon Evangelion. That I hated. Just the more I think about it, the more I really think that I really hated it. I don't know. I might try out another one. I've just got to find the right one to devote my time to. I wasn't planning on doing my Hero Academia with the professor, because I don't know the logistics of it. Anything I watch on a rewatch now, I try to have a separate file of, so I don't have to rely on streaming power, because every time StreamYard is up, my streaming goes to crap. And so that's one thing I'm trying to do. And if he goes off on something like a My Hero Academia, I don't think I will ever find an MP4 version with a dubbed thing where I'd have to like download what four to eight at a time. So I don't know. I'm right now in the middle of trying to get the Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future show downloaded. I've got about 8 of those. Uh, I just finished downloading the 8th one. I was getting ready to start. After I get off of here, we're going to start another one. Uh, so, uh, yeah, Wolf to me, yeah. Yeah, you get these things that says you're under investigation for Social Security fraud. And you're not. You're not. Because if you were, someone would be coming to your door and telling you in person. Uh, Black Lightning, Supergirl now are in the main Flash and Legends Earth, which I think is a lot easier to do. Now they can just bring in everybody at the crossover. Unless you're the Legends, but they seem to be left out this year. They said, we got left out of the crossover again. Sorry, the video froze on me. Well, if that was me, sorry. I don't know. Try out Star Blazers. I used to watch Star Blazers when it was Star Blazers a billion years ago. I don't know. Well, like I said, I'm much more. Like I said, I still every now and then I'll still bust out an episode of Robotech just to kind of get a fix. I'm just very choosy when it comes to some stories and how it's presented. Like I said, I don't like subtitles. It's got to be dubbed. I don't like reading when I'm watching it. When I'm watching something, I hate subtitles. First of all, because my eyes are crap, especially on my TV. I've got like I think it's like 32-inch, 36-inch flat screen, and when things are small, I just can't read them because I'm far enough away where everything's just one big blur. I do need to get my eyes checked out. I hear Academia is coming to Adult Swim. Yeah, but I don't really do Adult Swim. I usually have on something else at night. Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop. I did watch Cowboy Bebop. I loved Cowboy Bebop. That was really really good. I like that kind of stuff. I liked Full Metal Alchemist. I thought that was a really neat concept. Like I said, I just gotta look for something, find the right thing. I liked Arslan. I like that thing. It's kind of like Arslan. Now that I think about it, kind of reminds me of Witcher a little bit. A guy that started watching Witcher, and Professor was not happy about me liking The Witcher on Netflix. But I told him, dude, I don't know the source material like you do, so of course I'm judging it purely about what I'm seeing. I don't hold the fact that Cavill was a terrible Superman or in terrible stuff as Superman. I'm not going to hold that against him in this new role. In fact, I thought he was a darn good character in this one. Bounces around a little bit. The timeline's a little squibby in it because everything's kind of linked in a weird way. But I suggest Witcher if you're really up on it. Oh God, everybody's throwing anime titles at me. Stop! I'll never get to it. I'm never going to do Dragon Ball Z. I tried Dragon Ball. I hated Dragon Ball. I'm not going to do Dragon Ball. Inuyasha. Inuyasha's that little demon guy with the little furry ears, right? Okay, first of all, don't like it when a character has ears. Unless they're a secondary character. I don't know what it is. I like being able to I identify with a human. I know it's weird, but I don't know. When your main character has ears or tail, kind of for me, I don't know. This doesn't work for me. Hey DRA, how's it going? Professor Gus. Professor can be a grumpy Gus when he's grumpy. I can be a grumpy Gus. I just don't try to show it. as much. Now, like I said, I always catch a lot of crap for the stuff I like. The Sabrinas, the Witcher, um, like the Star Wars sequels. I always catch a lot of crap for that. But like I said, the way I go into it, I'm generally a happy guy, and I come out a happy guy. And so I don't go through a year of being grumpy, upset, and mad, and wanting to do terrible things to the head people at Disney or DC Comics or Marvel Comics because of the stuff they've been doing. Um, I like the parts I like. I don't like the parts I don't like, and I just happen to find more stuff to like than not to like. I just catch a lot of crap for it from the big guys. Cavill gets respect for not calling fans toxic. Yeah, I'll give him credit for that. I'll give him a lot of credit for that. I've never heard Cavill say a negative thing to to the fans out there. Patrick Stewart, like I said, I went into a little the other night where he's saying the show's going to be Picard versus Trump. I'm like, dude, come on, get over it. Just do a Picard show in the grand Star Trek tradition. Don't make a political puke fest out of your show, or you're gonna lose your viewers, and you're gonna lose them fast, and you're gonna really alienate your fans. Uh, Forward to try to check it out, where I could, and now I just don't know if I even want to check it out. I don't know. Big Al the Peacekeeper. I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral. Like I said, I'm generally neutral and like chocolate, and have the Matterhorn. But yeah, and you watch the fights against demons, monsters, sorcerers. Yeah, I know about him. I know he's got like ears and a tail or something, and I don't know. I still relate to that. Like I said, like a Robotech, I like humans fighting aliens. Full Metal Alchemist, where humans fighting Chimera, or or something like that. Um, Janice, get ready the whole toxic bees BS. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like Ricky Gervais said. Do your job. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. You do your job. If you win an award, you go up, accept the award, thank the people you worked with, thank your producers, your directors, thank God, thank your wife, and get off the stage. That's fine. Thank your fans. Thank your fans for coming out and supporting your work. But don't go on a tirade about global warming, abortion. Williams. I used to really like her. And now I look at her and I see an absolute, oh God, I don't even, it's just so sad about that. Um, I would have been able to win this award if I didn't have an abortion. I'm just so happy. I'm like, oh God, that's pathetic. It's so sick. He's a half demon dog, half human swordsman. Not hit Taneko people. Okay, if that's what they're called. Um, Let me see. Red Wolf Ben. Henry has actually stood up for all of us before. He's a really nice guy and obviously a big fan of Superman. You know what? Like I said, I really would have liked to have seen him play a Superman fans. It could have changed a whole. He literally could have reinvented the Superman portrayal, but well, not reinvented it, but he could have been like the next incarnation of a great Superman. But the the direction, the art direction, the story direction just killed it for me. I still hold that Superman needs red trunks. I'll always hold that. I see that blue. I see the full blue suit, and just for me, it just doesn't look right. I could get used to it. Like I said, ultimately, it's the guy wearing the suit. But still, if the guy wearing the suit's only half decent, the trunks could like help put you over the top in my book. Um, Switzerland neutral, isn't that technically an armed neutrality? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in social studies. I don't know I don't know what anybody is anymore. There's probably like 50 countries that exist now than when I left working at school. Uh, Casey Scott, yes, we need a Robotech movie. There's been talk for years about a Robotech movie. Who Tobey Maguire was supposed to actually have had um the rights to do it at one point, and he was going to play Rick Hunter. He's much too old to play Rick Hunter now. Though he still looks like he's 15, but Rick Hunter is supposed to be. He was supposed to be what, like at the beginning, 16, which doesn't make sense to me. I will say, let's make him 18. Or let's make 18 to 20. Let's make Roy Fokker, say, late 20s, early 30s, maybe. That was like his big brother kind of thing. Actually, Nikos are cat people, mostly human body, cat ears, and a tail. Though I call it Neko style when it comes to Inuyasha or people who look like him. Okay. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm woefully undereducated about the anime thing. Uh, I just know what I like and what I don't like. And not saying nobody else will like it. Just, it's just not for me. See, that's the whole key. Actually, no, I'm not going to get into that. Although it might, if he's listening, bring him out and about into the. If I talked about the professor again, it's like Beetlejuice. You say his name 3 times and he appears. Case closed is about Chibikudo. Junior detective gets poisoned, but instead of dying, he gets de-aged into a kid and lives with his girlfriend and her single dad, a detective like him. Huh. Never heard of that. There's a lot of weird stuff out there. I do know the next big thing I'm going to watch starting tomorrow is the second season of Drops. Really just got into that thing like last week. I just, on a whim, watched the first episode because one, I wanted to see how much Gillian Anderson was in it. Being an old X-File fan who still crushes on Gillian, quite frankly. I wanted to see how much Gillian it gave me. It gives you a fair amount of Gillian. I'm very happy with the amount of Gillian. There could be more, and when I say more, I do mean there could be more Gillian they could show us, because there's more of some other people they're showing us. But it's kind of a fun little series. Yes, it's woke, and I would never suggest the professor watch it because I would catch nothing but crap for the rest of my life because I like it. But hey, Gillian Anderson, hot girls, kind of very blue humor. I'm good with that. Uh, so I'll be watching that. Um, well, to me, I always go about doing a Robotech movie. I don't think you should do a Robotech movie. I now think you should do a Robotech Netflix series, like uh 13 episodes. I think you could do the original Meckernon saga in 13 eps with editing. I just made this up. I'm just thinking about it because there's a lot of little stuff you can cut out. There's a long trip they had between um, Pluto and Mars. There's a lot of travel time we didn't need to go through, a lot of battles that were unnecessary that you could kind of cut a little bit. But I think it's possible that you could build that over time, over a 13 episode. Because I do have experience. Legendary Pictures is working with a Gundam action film. Oh, I'd like to see that. They have experience with Godzilla Pacific Rim. Yeah, I saw Pacific Rim. That's what I really knew that Robotech was a possibility. And Wolf Ted Meany, yes, Robot Jocks. God, I love that film. Now, of course, the effects aren't exactly up to today's standards, but they aren't bad. They're very good for the day, and kind of a cool story, kind of a cool universe. Uh, yeah, I like Robot. I like Robot Jocks. I actually have it on. I have it on download. Um, It will. I'm going to make Robot Jocks a Saturday night rewatch sometime this year. I'm just going to get in the mood. It's going to be a hard film for a lot of people to get a hold of, but fans of it will find a way. Um, Speaking of rewatches, because I'm going to have to get off here in a few minutes. Uh, of course, we all know Saturday we're watching Highlander, thanks to Troy. Troy's picked Highlander. I'm already starting to think about what's going to be the next rewatch. I'm not quite sure yet, although I am leaning towards One Direction, which I think will please some of you. And if we go ahead and do it, I think it'll be kind of fun. Yeah, Red Wolf agrees about that. Let me go across here. Of course, tonight we have the second book study of Heir to the Empire on the Professor Geek channel at 11 this evening. You know what? I gotta hand it out to the professor and thank him for letting me have. He scheduled a couple things this week that took us. I was able so I could watch my shows because yes, I don't have a working VCR and I don't have a DVR and I don't have the wherewithal to hook anything up because of my physical condition. And the way kind of things are in my home are kind of really chaotic and complicated right now. So even just getting someone in to hook stuff up would be a bit of a pain in the butt. But he has really done me a solid by letting me watch the shows that I watch live, which were Crisis the other night, which is why we started at 10:10, and tonight we're starting at 11 because I love that new show Evil on CBS. It's just a show I've really um, but yeah, tonight on Professor Geek, we're going to be talking Heir of the Empire. Fan tonight, tomorrow night looks like just may be happening. I know it. I've agreed to be there. If the Fan Man goes on, I'll be there tomorrow night, ready, willing, able, and ready to have some fun. Big Cowboy Bebop is like the anime. Yeah, I've seen Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I've seen Cowboy Bebop. I really liked it. Most Harrison's going out. Yeah, I'm about to head out too. Just want to cover the last few messages here. That's talking about something else. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, Robot Jocks. Yeah, stop motion animation for Robot Jocks is awesome. But yeah, if you got, like I said, if you guys get a chance to ever peek at Robot Jocks, give it a shot. But I do really want to watch it on a Saturday night rewatch. I know it's probably not going to get a lot of people with the same eyes on it, but it's a fun film and it's kind of a film of its time. And hey, I met the star, Gary Graham. We talked Robot Jocks for a little bit. I told him how much I really liked Robot Jocks. Another film I'm thinking about has anybody ever seen the film The Wraith with Charlie Sheen? about the ghost car that comes back and gets revenge on people who killed someone. Um, I got to talk to Clint Howard a lot about that, which was kind of neat. Um, yeah, the Wraith is that's another film I think would be a really good Saturday night rewatch. Underrated. Um, yeah, look it up. Wraith, The Wraith, starring Clint Howard and Charlie Sheen and a very young. Oh God, what's her name? Oh, can't think of her name. Can't think of her name. She's gorgeous. Finn. Oh, damn it. Can't think of her name. But yeah, look it up. It's pretty good. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for joining us, joining me, joining us, joining me. I'm so used to having someone else here with me. Thank you all for joining me today, kind of just as a chance to talk some things out and say hi and put out some opinions. I really like doing it. Like I said, anytime you guys have questions or um, stuff to talk about. I know I'm not much of an anime guy. Sorry. So when you throw out a lot of names at me, it's really not going to do a lot of good because I got too many other things that are in my life queue. Um, I'll try to throw an anime in one day, but right now I got some other stuff going on. So I just want to thank you for being here with me today. Hope everyone has a wonderful time. Hope you join us tonight on Professor Geek's channel to talk a little Star Wars. Uh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna have a lot of fun with that. And have a good time and keep tuning in to us. Really appreciate you. Uh, Goodbye, everyone.